Hey everyone. Sorry about that. I forgot I didn't have my camera on. Well, welcome to episode 3 of The Ground Floor. Uh yes, it's a new title for the show, but that was one of the housekeeping things that I addressed a couple weeks ago. And while I'm talking about housekeeping, I'm still currently looking for people to make logos for the 4 shows that I'm going to be doing on this channel, and also thinking about looking for some intro music as well. So if anybody's interested in helping on that front, by all means, let me know. Send me a direct message here at my Twitter name at hotel_nerd86. And today we're going to be talking about the top 10 worst movies. So obviously this is my opinion. Don't take it as fact. And just enjoy the show and leave comments below and leave us a like. And as I'm sure everybody's noticed by now, in the upper right corner, you see the little tag there. We are powered by Poddex. And Poddex is really cool. I actually did a live Let's Talk episode where I interviewed myself through using the Poddex cards. And that was quite interesting. It's quite entertaining for me, to be honest, because I didn't know exactly how I would respond to some of the questions. And it turned into a nice little Q&A session, which was also nice. But if you go to the website that's here in the browser below, or in the banner below, in the crawl, and you use the code NERD21 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your first purchase, and you'll help support the channel while doing so. It has to be physical media, like the cards, shirts, hats, things along them lines. If you get the digital cards, then it doesn't help the channel out at all. So I will also have this in the episode description below the video here. So let's just jump right on in here to our top 10 worst films. The ones that I've seen anyhow. I'm sure there's a lot worse out there. First up is The Blair Witch Project. If you were alive in 1999 and can remember film, you remember this movie. I'll be honest, as a kid, kind of freaked me out because the basement at the end of the movie was the basement that was in my house. It looked very similar. It made me terrified to go downstairs to do laundry. Let's just say I didn't dilly-dally when I was doing laundry. That's the one chore that I was down and right back up them steps. But now as an adult, when I look at it, the scariest thing about this movie was the swearing and the stupidity. Because why in the holy fuck would you throw the map in the stream? Makes no sense. Not even from a narrative perspective does this make any goddamn sense. So I'm not really going to harp on these movies all that much because, oh my God, could I harp on some of these movies. So, and I don't want to be here for over an hour harping on shit that I don't like. So with that, we'll move on to number 9. And all means, find reasons that you don't like these movies as well, and let me know. If your reasonings match my reasonings, or if you have other reasons that I didn't mention in this video. Number 9, Dark Phoenix. You know your movie's bad when Comcast, for pay-per-view, is very passively aggressive when they put your movie on demand and it says, I'm trying to remember how that was worded because it was pretty funny. The Dark Phoenix, easily the worst X-Men movie or something along them lines. Like somebody had no chill when they put that up there. I never did hear what the end result of that was, but I'm pretty sure somebody probably got fired because I'm pretty sure that Fox probably went to try to sue Comcast for that. If not, I'm damn impressed. And kudos to the person that did it because it was funny as fuck. And you know what? They weren't wrong. This movie sucks ass. But it's not the worst X-Men movie. Trust me, not the worst. We'll get there. It's on the ending half of this list. It's towards the ground floor. So we'll get to it. I'm not even going to spoil what it is or where it's at. We'll get to it. Trust me. Number 8, Green Lantern. This movie was great for the first half. This movie went off the fucking rails in the second half. It was like we were watching a totally different fucking film. And your villain ended up being a floating gas cloud. Holy shit, I can't say that right. But terrible villain. Terrible villain. Oh God, Sinestro would have been so much better. And this movie killed any chance of having Sinestro. And Mark Strong as Sinestro was great. Oh my God, did Mark Strong crush the shit out of Sinestro. I loved him as Sinestro. And, oh shit. I blanked on his name. The one that did Korag. He passed away. He was the big black guy in Green Mile. He was the big black guy in Armageddon. Shit, I can't think of his name. God damn it. But he was amazing too. If you know his name, comment below. That's going to drive me nuts. And I'm not going to Google search that shit right now. Those were the strong points of that film. And Ryan Reynolds wasn't as bad as Hal Jordan. And then the second half of the movie happened, which lands it at number 8 on my list because DC did Green Lantern dirty. They really did. So not impressed. Number 7, Attack on Titan. Yes, Attack on Titan has a film. And not an animated film. A live action film. And holy shit, did they butcher the story. And holy shit, did the graphics look cheesy as fuck. I watched maybe 20 minutes of this film and I just left. Didn't even stay. Just left. So that was one ticket I did not need to get a refund for. Didn't want a refund for. I was ashamed that I went to see this goddamn film and I just wanted to leave with a paper bag over my head. Because goddamn was this movie a shit show. But it is not the worst live action animated or anime film that I've seen. Trust me, that one's the ground floor. That doesn't get worse than that one. And it's coming. And it's terrible. Matrix Revolutions. This one lands on the list. Not so much because it was bad, but it really super suffered from this shit show of a second film, Matrix Reloaded. That film was an exposition dump fuck fest. Holy shit. Especially when we meet the architect and he does nothing but 20 minutes worth of fucking shit talk, and you get lost and you have no fucking idea what the fuck's going on. How Neo knows what the fuck's going on is beyond me. I've seen this movie about 10 different times and I still can't get the taste of Matrix Reloaded out of my mouth. I've seen Matrix Reloaded at least 25 times, and oh my god, the last 20, 25, 30 minutes. Wow. Holy shit. Wow. Architect, just shut up. Please, just shut the fuck up. God damn, Colonel Sanders. Grab some fucking chicken, shove it in your face, and just don't talk. Please, just don't talk. Leads me to number 5. If I have Matrix Revolutions, oh, by the way, the CGI at the end of this film, ooh, is that bad even for back then? Oh my god. So it only makes sense that number 5 is going to be Matrix Reloaded, and kind of cheated here a little bit because I double backed on these ones a little bit with how I'm talking about them, but everything that I just said, it stands. This movie really, really crushed the mythos of the Matrix for me. Oh, it took so many good concepts and it just took it and it put it in a blender and it blended it together, and then it took it out and it put it in a metal can. You put the metal can in a crusher and it just crushed the dreams right the fuck out of it. So, yeah. I'm not very hopeful for Matrix 4 or Revelations or where the fuck they're calling that fourth one. I'm not whelmed for it. Yes, I'm using a tight Young Justice line. I ain't whelmed at all. So sorry. Here is the worst X-Men film at number 4. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Do I even have to explain myself? Holy shit. Do I need to explain myself? Or can we just say yes and let's move on? Because, oh my, all the things that can be said about this film. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And this is where Fox's mantra of fuck timeline started to happen when it came to X-Men. Number 3, The Last Airbender. When you are bullied into a film by your daughter, it's not going to end well. Not going to end well at all. And you can't pronounce the main character's name right. And it just looked corny as shit. It really did. All the bending moves and everything looked terrible. Like, unbelievably terrible. And we never did get a conclusion because that's how bad this film was. So the other 2 films never got made at all. All right. Floor number 2. Ghostbusters 2016. And before I get shit for this, I'm going to say this. It's not because it was an all-female cast. It was because of the cast they chose. Terrible, terrible casting choices. I was all for an all-female Ghostbusters cast. I thought it would have been a pretty nice spin on it. But god damn it, that cast was terrible. And the marketing material was terrible because it made it sound like this was going to be a step off from Ghostbusters 2. It was going to be Ghostbusters 3, which any real Ghostbusters fan knows that Ghostbusters 3 actually technically is the video game that came out in, I think it was 2012, 2014, somewhere within that window. That was the premise for the third film. That was going to be the third film. And it just never happened. So it got turned into a video game many, 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 many years later. This had nothing to do with the original Ghostbusters at all. And it suffered tremendously for it. My favorite character out of this, by the way, I can't even think of what her name is. And the only thing I've always referred her to as the female Egon. She was great. Oh, she was a highlight. I would have changed every other single casting member on that roster. Like, just terrible. Terrible casting. Not even... Oh, don't... No. I'm not even going to even mention Wonder Woman 84. No, I'm not doing it. I'm going to behave. It's not on this list. All right. So now the ground floor. And actually, I'm going to make a note here. So just bear with me one moment. Okay. We'll do it this way. I like this way better. So instead of being ranked at number 1, this is the ground floor. I think this is just going to be how we're going to do this from now on. And I made this decision on the fly, so bear with me. The ground floor goes to Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh my. As a Dragon Ball fan, oh, I got plenty to say. Goku going to school. No Krillin, no Tien. Completely skipping over the entire first series leading right up to Piccolo. The only strong part about this whole film, by the way, was oh shit, can't remember his first name, but his last name is Marsters. He played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series. He was a strong point in this whole damn thing because he was actually a Dragon Ball fan, and he was making this film. So, I mean, kudos to Marsters because oh god, this film. Oh, my wife and I, it's the only anime based film that I was ever got her to go to the theaters to see. And we both looked at each other and were like, what the fuck did we just watch? Neither one of us was impressed at all. And then when they put the DVD out and it was the Z edition, Bitch, that motherfucker didn't have anything different. Nothing. So that's why it gets the ground floor for the worst movie. Because, whew, marketing was terrible. Film was terrible. Cast was terrible. Post-release marketing was terrible because it was a blatant fucking lie that they added shit and they never did. And it was purely set up to make a sequel because of the way that the after credit stinger hits. Oh god, I'm so glad this never got a sequel. Oh, it saved us so much shit. And you know your film's bad when your director comes out and actively apologizes for making the shit show of a film. Many, many years later. It took years, but we got there and we got the apology. And I believe even Akira Toriyama wants nothing to do with this shit. So it most definitely gets the ground floor for worst film ever. So with that, that's my rankings for top 10 worst films. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Support the official audio version of these episodes as well, because I do put them on audio side. Any major any major podcast provider. These are the ones that I currently know of that we're on. So Anchor, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Deezer, Digital Podcast, and Blueberry. And I'm sure there's more that I do not know about at this point in time. And as you find them, let me know. Send me a direct message again at hotel_nerd86 on Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook, Hotel Nerd. Just look up Hotel Nerd. You find that. That's the Facebook group. You find Hotel Nerd Network. That's the page for these videos. And I also post updates on people that I'm looking to interview, topics that I want to talk about, and things along them lines. So with that, I am going to call it a night. If you are interested in being a co-host for Hotel Nerd podcast, please let me know, because I would love to bring that show back, and I'm not bringing it back without a co-host, because I mean, that's basically a news variety show for us. And there is some news being had in the entertainment industry, and I would love to talk about it. But I'm not going to do it solo. I want to at least have somebody with me when I'm doing it. Also looking for someone to help commission logos for the shows, and also might be looking at intro music for the shows as well. So with that, I will call it a night. Have yourself a good night, and I'll catch you on episode 4 of The Ground Floor.